Hopefully he's listening.
Oh, good. Kevin.
Here, I'll send you the link.
I'm not hiding from anyone. We're going to go over the Kevin Brennan stuff. Red Bar fucking rocks. Hey, Mike, okay, are you ready for the Kevin Brennan incident here today with Keith the Cop? They're telling me, Mike, you need to hear this.
Can't wait.
All right, this is what I get from Xander today. He says this: I'm going to attempt to form a timeline for you via tweets. This is complicated to follow, but it seems like this. Keith, the cop, decided to try to add a handful of concept shows and switching around the time slots and days for current shows on the network. This action bothered Kevin Brennan. So we go to a tweet from Kevin Brennan, and he says this. I've never read any of this. This is all new to me like it is to you. I'll be giving out Gary Goldman's phone number tomorrow at Burning Bridges, where we now start at 2:30 p.m. on Monday. I'm having my time shaved, but Bill Schultz still does 4 days a week. Infighting. Yes. Got some infighting. So this is, oh yeah, Keith the Cop shaved down my time. So he's being a little passive-aggressive twerp. This is Neil Brennan's brother, Kevin Brennan. Comedians. I need that.
I know. I
was just about to take a puff, and I'm almost out of liquid in there. So you better not run it dry.
You can have it. It's fine.
Okay? Don't make me run your credit cards. All right. Tweet 2 and 3. Let's see tweet 2 and 3. Let's see what happens here. Again, I'm experiencing this right with you. Eye in the Sky says, fuck Goldman. Give out Keith the Cop's number if they're not giving you any more days. That's what a fan says to it. And then another guy goes, I'll be pissed if they cut back Burning Bridges a half hour a week. Let's hope that they're only doing it because they're adding a day. So the fans are pissed. The 8 guys left watching Compound Media, those knuckleheads. You got to be crazy to watch Compound Media. If you want Keith the Cop's phone number, just go back in time 2 years. I gave it out on Twitter to thousands of people. It was a huge field day. Now let's go to tweet 4. I haven't seen these tweets leading up to what we're going to show you here. Uh-oh. Keith the Cop responds. We're shuffling some things around and making the start times consistent across the board. This will give us the opportunity to give everybody more content. E-Rock Radio and Tell 'em Steve Dave are starting up as well as another show very soon. Okay. Now let's go. Would you guys like to see the tapes? Here we go. It might be time for some tapes. Time for some tapes. We love tapes. It's Kevin Brennan, Burning Bridges 153. Show notes. Credit to Xander Mascali. Here we go. The big fight. I haven't seen any of this. Could be a bust. I doubt it. Xander's pretty good with this stuff. Let's see what happens here. Lauren has not seen this episode. Right? Never seen it. And this is Burning Bridges. Maybe I have to do a refresh. And we'll see Compound Media. We're live. They're live. Watch on demand, which no one says out. Breaking news. We have a guy in the chat. Hold on. Mike, pause. We have a guy in the chat under the screen named Joseph Rogan. It can't be really him, but it's a guy named Joseph Rogan. He's been around for years, and he says this. Daily reminder. I made the Compound Media logo, and Keith the Cop never paid me for it.
This is the first I've heard of this.
I know. I've never heard this. Daily reminder, you've never
Yeah, more like the first time it's ever mentioned.
And then somebody says, wait, Joseph Rogan, really? Oh, that's you. Joseph Rogan, really? And he goes, yeah. And then Cringe Standy says, ha, on demand. Oh, and then Xander says, wait, Joseph Rogan? What's going on? That's insane. Show us the screenshots. He says,
oh, yeah.
He had the balls to email me asking for a second logo. And someone says, you gave it to him? That's nuts. And then he says, I've said it before, but it got lost in the chat. So this guy's 2 seconds away from Laurening.
No, he's not.
No,
he's not.
I'm just kidding. Tell us the whole scoop. So
Yeah.
you made a logo. Keith never paid you. Add that to the lumber list. That got our attention. Big if true. here's Kevin Brennan. He's looking great. Again, wearing a raincoat today. He's a weird looking. Look at him. He looks like Chucky almost. Right? Bride of Chucky. Let's listen to Kevin Brennan. I was going to
say he looks good. He's got like Lululemon on.
Yeah, Lululemon. That's what he's wearing. 1 minute in, Brian, his bald co-host, the liar. Wait, here's Joseph Rogan. He says, I didn't give him the second logo. He wanted a Compound Canada logo. Don't know whatever came out of that.
Whoa.
Compound Canada. Remember, he has Compound America. A grown-up Chucky. Ha ha. All right, we'll talk about this key thing. Hey, Joseph Rogan, send an email to Jules at Red Bar Radio with the entire scoop. We'll blow it wide open. Size on Z stuff. And so we got Keith the Cop. I'm not paying people for logos. I'll make my own Size on Z entertainment style video about it. All right, here we go. Minute 1, they say. Blind Brian, his co-host, tells the new schedule that's cut short by 30 minutes. So let's watch this. Let's watch what happens here. Here we go.
Dude, we lost a half an hour. Why? What happened?
Uh-oh.
But I mean, who's before this?
Listen.
I don't know.
All right.
We don't have to worry much longer.
Oh.
Our show right now?
No, it's an hour show, but normally it's Mondays are 2 to 3:30, 3:45.
But now that they
So they've cut the show down a half hour. They don't want to talk about it. We've got Gatorades, we've got waters, we've got coffees with creamers.
We've got some hot skanks.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see those. Torm Delgado, do you see those? Those are a C's and a half. Fuck Alexandria Cooper. Look at those tits, man. Those leopards. Okay. So Keith the Cop has cut their show a half hour. Oh, my God. Look at this. The whole episode is an hour long. Wow. 1 hour. What's the point? Red Bar's like 100 hours. Imagine if Red Bar was 1 hour. You'd be like, no.
When 1 hour passes, we're still really tired on Red Bar.
1 hour is still like, hey, guys, just waking up, having a coffee. By the way, is any more coffee? Please tell me yes.
I'll make some if not, my baby.
I'm dying for some coffee. So Keith the Cop, and I'll tell you this. You know, I was on this network. Believe it or not, I was on Anthony Cumia's KK Compound Media. I was one of the stars, one of the big shows, one of the hosts. Me, Gavin. This was in the heyday. It was me and Gavin leading the network. Cumia under me, Gavin under Cumia. I was the top show. Now, as you know, Red Bar does a pre-show. Usually I start the pre-show about a half hour before the regular show. It gives people the time to load in. I discussed this with Keith. And back then I said, hey, Keith, we usually do an hour-long pre-show where I play music and I let people load up into the chat. That way, when we're live, everybody gets to catch the start of the show. He goes, oh, yeah, no problem. Our show goes to air. They don't put me on till 5 minutes before. I go nuts. Imagine me. I'm supposed to be on an hour before doing the pre-show. They don't turn on my feed. I'm sitting here. I'm going nuts. This is my first show. I'm supposed to be on an hour before, letting people load up in the chat. No. I don't go on the air till 5 minutes before, and I'm scrambling. I'm screaming. Oh, we're so sorry. Our mistake. We messed up. It wasn't a mistake because they did it for every episode as well. Keith didn't want to spend a dime paying for the extra bandwidth for another hour. So he lied to me, said that would be fine. He told John Serino, the guy in the booth, he goes, Red Bar wants to be on an hour before. Just tell him, yeah. But every time, just put him on 5 minutes before. Okay? We'll save bandwidth. But they never would tell me that that was the deal. So every show, I would go, John, what's going on? Why aren't we on? He goes, oh, so sorry, man. Running late today. Oh, so sorry. And he had a different excuse every time.
Yeah, someone in the chat makes a good point. Dude wasn't even paying you. How much money do you need to save?
Exactly. So I was pissed. I don't like that. You know, there's an Instagram meme going around, or it was going around 5 years ago. And it was like, do what Tony Stark does. if somebody is saying something you don't like, yeah, I know. If someone's doing something you don't like, just say yes and then fuck them. What was that? Like, there was a meme, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Where it's like, hey, instead of arguing with someone, just shake your head yes and then do the opposite.
A meme for
Remember?
Facebook cringe
there was like
people.
a meme. I hate these memes. On Facebook, you see memes like 31 ways to not give a fuck. Learn how to not give. What is this? The art
the
of
subtle
not.
art of
the
not
subtle
giving a
art
fuck.
of
But
not.
that's a book everybody claims
Listen.
taught them so much.
The subtle art of not giving a fuck. Stop listening to memes. If you need a meme to tell you how to live your life, you're what's called a F word. So Keith was doing this. Keith lives by the motto, tell them what they want to hear to their face and then do what you want to do behind their back. We've all heard this, right? That does not fly with me. Because I catch you. I'm not a fucking idiot, right? Someone says, ew, they just couldn't be honest. No. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So Keith has now cut their show down a half hour, and people might go, why? Every dollar counts. That's how poor they are. You think Cumia is worth multi-millions? Cumia made $3 million one time. He made $3 million 1 year out of his 20-year career. Probably the rest of it was $200,000 a year. Okay? Cumia is not rich. He has his house that is 75% paid off. That's it. He doesn't have any other assets. He is not a multimillionaire. He is not rich. Compound Media has barely any money. Cumia's house is $900,000 because he bought it 15 years ago. It's 75% paid off. Everybody thinks, oh, Cumia is worth millions. He's not worth millions. He hasn't upgraded his decor in 12 years. Okay? The shit still looks like Sopranos.
Kevin is still shitting on people on Compound on Twitter right now live. His newest
Kevin
tweet.
Brennan.
Yeah.
What's his newest tweet? Read it for us.
Worst hire by Compound Media, and then it's a poll saying Artie Lang,
I'm not on
Bill
there, am I?
Schultz, or Kevin Brennan.
I'm not on there?
No.
Wow.
It's pretty rude.
So 1 minute in, we're learning that Keith has cut the stream 30 minutes. You go, why?
Oh, wow. Actually, someone replied to him and said, Red Bar. And then Kevin said, that was for a week. Doesn't count.
I've been reduced to, I was only on the network for a week. So Kevin knows me. So Kevin in real time knows me. And he's pretending like he doesn't. Hey, Kevin, tell your brother this. Tell him that. You know me? You know Red Bar? I'm coming to your brother. Tell him that. Tell him to lock his doors.
Politically.
No. Guns, knives. Bring. So stupid. So these guys know me. These guys pretend I was only on a week. It was 11 weeks, says Todd Detter. 11 weeks. 11 weeks. Made me rich. I took what I needed. I went in there, took enough fans, came back, kept them. How many people are here? Heard of me from Compound Media. Let your voice be heard. I upgraded my life times 8 by going on there for 11 weeks and then getting out because I don't hang out with losers. Okay? I don't hang out with these guys. So let's talk about this. Keep the Cop shortening their show by 30 minutes to save what? $20 a day? $20 a week? That's how poor they are. That's how poor. Look at this. Me, that's how I found you. I heard you on Compound Media. One, here, me. I was scalped from Compound Media when you joined. If it weren't for Compound, I would have never met you. Another one. Look at that. Everybody here. Do you see what I did?
Wow.
So, and I didn't do that on purpose. I actually went in there hoping for the best. Really, you want to know the truth? I went in there going, oh, this is going to be great. A network of cool shows. What did I learn during my 11 weeks there? Was it 11 weeks or 3 weeks?
11 weeks sounds right.
What did I learn? They were all liars. They were all scumbags. My correspondence with Keith was crap. Cumia was a giant pussy. Then me and Gavin had a falling out because he started the Proud Boys. Remember that? And I was anti-Proud Boy. I wanted this to be great. But they wouldn't take my advice. I said, we got to get rid of the green screen. They said, no. Mike, you don't know what you're talking about. And now look. And now look where we're at. So let's listen. Kevin Brennan, big fight with Keith the Cop today. Let's hear what happens.
Give more time to Bill Schultz.
Oh, yeah.
They gave more time to Bill Schultz.
Yeah.
Do you hate him? Do you hate Bill Schultz?
No, I mean, he's just irrelevant,
Good guy.
isn't he?
Oh, he's a nice enough guy.
I love him.
I like Bill.
Oh, you
So
do?
my mailman's nice, too. Does he get 4 days a week?
You want more?
Are his ratings better than yours?
You know, I could do as many days a week as I want. I don't have to ask anybody. It's free. Doesn't cost me any money. I could come on tomorrow. I could come on tomorrow. I could come on the next day. I could not come on. These guys have to ask a guy, hey, can I do another show? No. Oh, man. Why?
Yeah,
It's
will
just...
you let me start a Twitter fight with Kevin with that as the topic?
No, we like Kevin. Kevin's our friend.
He just was shitting on you.
She didn't shit on me.
Yeah, he did. He said that was just for a week, doesn't count.
I think what he meant, he probably, instead of 1, he probably meant 11. And by doesn't count, he probably meant to write does. And then he forgot that NT had happens. We'll give him a pass.
No.
Do we even have ratings? I don't even know how that works.
Is
Hi, guys.
everyone
Welcome,
okay?
welcome to the show, everybody.
You seem
Don't have to sit on the couch like it's a...
They're all
ahead.
touching.
tight.
That's right. Embroidered shorts, baby.
You can see like his entire dick
Love you too, pal.
in those shorts.
Look at what people are saying in the chat here. Almost everybody here knows me from Compound Media. That's crazy.
Yeah, wow.
So we took all these people. They're anti. If you're a fan of Red Bar, you are anti-Cumia. I mean, there is no both. Look at this. I knew a compound scrub who thought Mike was going to relocate to New York City to be in Compound Media Studios. No. Look at this. Oh, that's it. Kevin and Mike would have a blast over a call, just saying. Let me tell you something about Kevin. He is 1 million times stupider than me, and I look at him as a living joke. Do you know this about me? I hope you know that I'm not one of these idiots. These people are all idiots, right?
Of course.
Everyone knows
I
this,
hope
right?
that's obvious.
When I say I like Kevin Brennan, it means I like him the most out of all these losers. These are not real people, in my opinion. Me, you guys, we're real. We're real human beings, right? These are lost souls floating amongst the clouds. I mean, really, I am not anything like these people. I would never be friends with a soul in podcasting. If you're a podcaster, you're 100% a F-word. I did this by accident as a joke when I was 21. I have nothing else to do. It works out. It gives me the lifestyle I want, so I'm here. But other than that, if you're part of entertainment's world, you're stupid. We're real. They're all fake. Get it? All right? I would never start the show had I known what would, transpire here. Where every living human being, every desperate human being in the world needs to be on air and begging for attention. If I would have known, when I started this show, this was a unique thing. 2003, we're talking. Before podcasting. Didn't even exist. Comedians being on podcast was not a thing. It didn't exist. Knowing what I know now, I would work at Popeye's Chicken full time. Don't make my bed up late. Don't make me stay up late. Nah, nah, nah. Jimmy's Chicken Shack. And Nick Mullen is dead. Tell him that. He's dead. Just kidding. Mike's right. Everything else is unwatchable after Red Bar. People tell me this all the time. Look at this. 138 says, that mindset is what sets Red Bar apart. Mike is right. Okay, Kevin Brennan, what's happening here? Burning Bridges 153. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
You seem extra miserable today.
Yeah, I'm not even going to talk. I mean, I get paid to be here, but I'm not going to talk.
What happened?
Whoa.
Why are you?
I don't
so
need to discuss my business on the air. I'm not talking. I'm here. He has to pay me.
Whoa!
But that's it.
How was your weekend?
I'm not talking.
Talk a little bit.
No. You talk. You got a lot to say all the time.
Alan, you think 9/11 was a hoax? Explain.
Yeah, of course. What do
Alan,
you
no,
mean?
you don't.
Yep, Keanu's here,
My
by the
family
way.
planned it. What are you talking about?
Keanu's looking especially fuckable today.
Keanu looks super hot.
Yeah, he really turned.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen this episode. We're going off other people's notes here today. So you hear this, Kevin Brennan. Oh, I'm not allowed to talk. I'm not allowed to talk. Him and Neil are very similar as far as being giant pussies of this earth. Whiny bitch pussies that I'd like to knock out. Have you ever seen a guy do dual uppercuts to a pair of brothers? It looks something like this. Hello kick! Boom! Both of them. Over the bridge, up in the sky. Dual uppercuts to a pair of brothers. Neil Brennan and Kevin Brennan, two fucking F-word that, don't hold a candle to me. This is what Xander says. 1 minute into the show, Brian tells us the new schedule that's cut short by 30 minutes because blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the time codes that are important in this episode are the first few minutes when Kevin announces he's going to be silent because he's shown up, and that's good enough to be paid. He slips in a few jabs here and there about his time being cut short and complaining about how much Bill Schultz sucks. 2225 for the next time code. Caller complains that most of the shows on the network are Keith's daughter. So Xander is saying,
Move on a little bit.
let's go. Her tits are out. She's sitting here naked.
No, I am
She's
not at
naked
all. What
on
the
the show.
fuck?
Put your sweater on. I'm seeing that your whole tits are out. Okay, 2225. This is supposedly good, and then we have Josh Denny content coming up next, okay? Here we go. 2225. Let's hear what happens. A caller calls in. This is going to be good. They're saying, oh, fuck, Jules. Come on. Put away those jugs. They're saying. The whole nipple is out.
No.
Her pussy, for us, it's all out. It's not safe for work. Here we go.
The reg.
He's got a girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
What's that girlfriend?
I have a
Go
girlfriend.
ahead, caller.
Yeah.
All right, another caller. What do you got?
Here we go. Caller. I haven't heard
Is it
anything.
me yet or no?
It's you.
Yeah, it's you.
Good. Yo, what is going on with Compound Media? I mean, shit. Bill Schultz sucks. Fucking Anthony's show is terrible with Dave Landau.
Wow. So remember, Keep the Cop is in the booth right now. Callers are calling in. The whole network sucks. Bill Schultz sucks. What does he say? Who's the next guy? He says, listen, this is kind of cool. This is kind of fun.
Is it me yet or no?
It's you.
Yeah, it's you.
I'm really sick. Here,
Good.
let's have
Yo,
this.
what is going on with Compound Media? I mean, shit. Bill Schultz sucks. Fucking Anthony's show is terrible with Dave Landau, and they limit you? That's bullshit. What, Keith doesn't understand what's going on because his daughter wants to be a dude now? What the fuck is going on over there?
Whoa, and they all laugh. Keith's daughter wants to be a dude now. Keith has a daughter, Jules?
I don't look at me.
You don't know about daughters? Don't
wait, they
call
have a
me
link of
daughter.
pussy.
Don't call me that. What's the
Recent-
link? Keith the Cop's daughter looking fine as fuck.
Yeah, she looks like a girl to me. What's this dude business?
Here's Keith the Cop's daughter. Is this true? How old is she?
Hubba.
How old is she? Before I say anything, because then I'll say a bunch of stuff. If she's over 18, I'll say whatever I want.
It says 23 in her bio, so that's enough to assume she's
23, sticking her tongue out. Is that for my balls? Keith, you didn't tell me you had a girl that can go right up my ass and around the corner. I had no idea that you had a little daughter that was ready to be fucked. Is she really 23? If she's not 23, I take it back. Connections made. All right, let's go back to burning bridges here. I've said some really disgusting things. All right, burning bridges, 153. What happens here? Okay? The show isn't about me, it's about them. Here we go.
TMZ?
I don't know who that was.
They have a lot of
I don't know.
inside scoop.
Yeah, I know.
I need
More
more
words
water.
more interesting than I thought
More
it was.
water.
It's our new. It's that Baskin Robbins, our new scoop. Get it? Anybody?
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Well,
that girl passed out.
All right, what are they going to say?
Go ahead, caller. She had a long, bus ride in.
Here we go.
Caller.
The caller.
Yeah.
let's do stuff to her.
Is it still you?
Yeah, okay. Kiana, you look like a sand that new tan. And
wow. All right.
John Daly shirt.
What's that?
What?
You look like a sand.
F word.
I'm sorry, it's the summer now, and I wanted to have a tan.
What the fuck? Why are you down to an hour? All these other shows suck dick.
Yeah.
Oh, all these other shows suck dick.
We're working it out. It's an hour. It's called the sand
F word.
These guys helping or hurting her cause?
Yeah.
Don't matter. It don't matter. What are they gonna do? Fucking fire me? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
What would you do if they fired you?
I would just go to my other show, which has a fucking healthy Patreon already, and it'll just fucking explode once I go to fucking.
Fire you.
Huh?
They're not gonna fire you.
Well, something's gonna happen. It's not gonna be as it is. So.
I just don't understand how we lost a half an hour. That's all. I mean, I don't know.
They lost a half an hour.
Huh?
Is it Lenny Dykstra?
Lenny Dykstra's not even on the network. It would be good if Lenny Dykstra was on the network.
The Knicks on that? Yeah, the sand N-words. I would say it. It cannot come out of my mouth.
Well, you're from the South.
No, I can't. It just doesn't come out of my mouth.
Pussy gets really wet every time you say it.
Yeah, really.
You're gonna ruin a chair.
Slide right off this
Go ahead, caller.
Brian.
What do you got? Favorite 4th of July barbecue recipe?
My knife is broken. So we're listening to this caller. They're talking about, I think I broke my knife. I can't collapse it anymore. You know, this is a good knife. Somebody sent me this, and send me stuff like this. I like knives, guns, bullets. This is a Pat 6,941,661. It is by the brand SOG Twitch 2. This is a popular knife. It's actually a very sharp knife. I can't collapse it, I think, because when I went like that, I think I fucked it up. 50. They're saying, cut to this. This is what happens here. At 3250, he says, Bill Schultz sells drugs. So Bill Schultz, people want to know how broke Bill, unpaid Bill, is making a living. What is he doing for a living? He's selling drugs? Let's hear this.
Is this the last burning bridges?
Yeah, I hope so.
Holy shit.
You guys can all get
What's going on?
Whoa.
Listen up. It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Shut up. All right, back to Kevin Brennan. Let's focus on these guys, not on us so much. Okay? If you're listening to the audio version, we're really, really sorry about your headache. Here we go. Kevin Brennan, what's happening here?
Fucking God, this is the last one.
You guys all get a piece of the green screen when we leave. We're just going to take it and sign it. And no, well, I was at Sullivan's. I saw these guys. I was looking for Bill Schultz. I thought I could use a little booger sugar before the show because I had a pretty boozy lunch at the yacht club.
He sells you coke?
No, I'm just...
The guy who gets four days a week here is a coke dealer too? To supplement his income here?
You're wearing a raincoat.
I'm not looking for coke.
So he does...
Bill Schultz is a cokehead. Where's he live? And he's a coke dealer. Where's he?
Bill Schultz is a cokehead. He's a coke dealer. Now, I almost believe this because Bill Schultz is broke. And he probably does coke. And then he realized he could sell it to his friends. This is how it starts, right?
Yep.
You start selling it to your friends, right? Because you bought a bunch. And then you start selling it for double. Let's hear this. This is real. Bill Schultz, coke dealer. How else is he paying the bills?
No, I'm just...
The guy who gets four days a week here is a coke dealer too? To supplement his income here?
I'm just kidding. I'm not looking for coke.
So he does...
Bill Schultz is a cokehead. Where's he live? And he's a coke dealer. Where's he live?
Well, I'm just paying my hospital bills. I mean,
They're making fun of him.
That's a pretty good Ruth Gordon.
I gotta pay my hospital bills.
Hire that guy. That guy is so Barstool Sports, he's hired. Look at that guy.
Who is that?
I don't know. He's some listener sitting in on the show. I love this guy. Anyone who knows this guy, get him in contact with me. I want him part of my crew. I want to make $10 million with this guy by the end of the year. He's wearing a New York Mets hat. He is exactly the prototype of the guy that I want working for me. And he's sitting there in the audience making fun of Bill Schultz. Listen to this.
Is that Ruth Gordon or Bill Schultz?
The AIDS cocktail. I mean,
it's got herbs in it.
Oh,
Drink
Al
it.
Jolson.
Herbs and, you know.
Love him.
So Bill Schultz, he sells drugs.
No, I was being.
You have it. He has it when you need
I don't
it.
know anything about.
The show just changed my life. My girlfriend just texted that she's open to having kids with me.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
She's listening right now.
The first time she said that.
Shut up.
What'd she say?
She's open to having kids with me.
Shut up, pleb. Xander, can I cut from here? What do we got? Yeah, 32:20. He says that Bill sells drugs. And now we go to 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
Is that what they're telling
remember
me?
His girl. It must be true because his ex wrote about it in her book.
That's true.
Remember we talked about this.
So everybody's saying that Bill Schultz does cocaine.
I feel like if two people say it, must be true.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, and he's selling coke on the side. So what he does is he buys a little coke and then he cuts it up. And believe me, when you're buying coke from Bill, it's cut with anything
Yeah, who would?
that's white, right? He's cutting that shit up. You're getting maybe 1% coke. New York Mets hat made popular by cult leader Gavin McInnes. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we talked about it in the Bring Back group. What's this? What time are we at here, by the way? Oh, we've done hours. So let's jump to 40 minutes in. That's our next time code, and this is big. Keith enters, and it's a watch. Yes. They're saying in the notes. Keith the cop enters. You know him, my old boss. And it's a watch 40 minutes in. Danny Woodward says all of Bill's coke has been spilled on the floor at least twice. That's 100% right. LOL cut with dried whiteout from Compound Supply Closet. You're 100% right. Let's go to 40 minutes. I can't wait to see this. My old boss, Keith the cop, the Russian, the Wiggler. What do they call him? He touches himself. What do they call him when
the
he
scooper?
The scooper. Keith the scoop. I've been hyped for this all morning, says Ashley Butterfield. Let's see what happens here today.
The mountain. You go, hey, how's the weather up
Let's
there?
see. I haven't
If you
seen
let him
this.
keep going, you're going to lose another half hour.
Right?
Keith, what do you want to say something?
Keith, you want to say something?
5 minutes on the show on the
Watch
network.
this.
My Twitter blew up in the last half hour.
Oh,
For what? What happened?
So Keith is off camera. Man, I got to pee really bad. Are people going to kill me that I got to pee?
Yeah.
Mike P?
Just do it.
Some people call me Mike Day. I call myself Mike P. I got to go pee. Here are my ears exposed. With his pals here today, and we're just about to get into Keith the Cop madness, right? And Keith the Cop, did you catch a quick jerk? Someone says. I'm a quick jerk. I love a quick twerp. Nothing more annoying than needing a piss. Yeah, tell me that when I'm on meth and I'm trying to jack off at 8 in the morning after being up for 40 hours. So this is Kevin Brennan, and why did you laugh at that? This is Kevin Brennan, and I guess Keith the cop busts in, and he goes, "We got a problem on Twitter. We got a problem on Twitter. My daughter wants to get involved in some sort of salamander with Michael David. We got a problem. Let's see what happens here. We're continuing where we left off. Here we are.
So I guess I was just curious why that happened.
I didn't do anything.
I know, but
I'm just doing my show. I'm doing my.
Did you see that zoom in?
Yeah, Jules? What the fuck?
That was actually really cool looking. How did this start again?
Cinematography.
Yeah, watch this.
5 minutes on the show on the network.
Well, my Twitter blew up in the last half hour.
My Twitter.
For what? What happened?
So I guess I was just curious why that happened.
I didn't do anything.
I know, but
I'm just doing my show. I'm doing my 1 hour show.
But when we discussed
Keith says his Twitter is blowing up, right, Jules?
Yep, that's what he said.
His Twitter is blowing up because of Kevin Brennan. Let's see what happens here today on this.
We were adjusting the times and everything. You didn't say anything to me. Like, why didn't you say, like, hey, man, I enjoyed doing this and.
Wait, I'm lost. Jules, do you know what's happening here?
Yes, so Keith came out and he said, my Twitter's been blowing up the last half hour, and that's because Kevin has been shit-talking Bill and Keith and all this stuff on the show. So Keith marched out here to see what the big deal is, and now they're discussing it.
That's like how you march out here and you go, Mike, what's going on, right?
I would never.
If you ever marched... I don't even want to say what I would do because it's so sexual. Here we go.
So I guess I was just curious why that happened.
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything.
But you know,
I'm just doing my show. I'm doing my 1-hour show.
But
it looks
when
real.
We discussed just why we
wait. This is not a bit. I mean, I know.
No, not at all. Keith is acting like a mad boss. He's like actually angry. You can see it in his eyes.
Imagine
and his tone of
having
voice.
a boss. I mean, if you're gay enough to have a boss, and Kevin Brennan is pissed. So look at this right now. Look at this. Is Mike done with that bottle of Jim Beam yet? I had to go to a meeting, says Taylor Swift. Sailor. So Kevin's in trouble here. Let's hear what happens. Look at Keith. This network is about to fold in on itself. Josh Denny coverage coming up.
Adjusting the times and everything. You didn't say anything to me. Like, why didn't you say, like, hey, man, I enjoyed doing this? And
because that's not how I do my business.
That would make sense.
I
Because you're
guess
a
I'm
pussy.
just taken a little by surprise that we're making room for some other things, and you asked me, and I said, yeah, we're just adjusting for times, and me and Eric talked about it, and then
but then I found out we're not getting paid for any vacations, any 3-day weekends.
Okay,
I mean, I lose like 5 weeks a year just on forced vacations.
What are you, John Candy or something?
I think you and I have been,
2 at the end of the year.
Wow, and look at Keith's face. So
He's
Keith,
mad.
Again, these administrative decisions, and Keith is the king of this, the micromanager. You know, he pretends that this is everything that Cumia hated about Sirius XM radio. You know, Opie and Anthony was so against. Jules, every show on Opie and Anthony, it was them versus the network.
Yeah.
Every episode of Opie and Anthony was them, the cool guys, versus the establishment. Cumia and Keith have become worse than the XM establishment. Guidelines, rules, don't say too much. I mean, these are really things Keith said to me. Strike 3.
1 in April, 1 in July, every 3-day weekend. I lose the Monday.
I think you and I have been pretty good to each other. I think when you've come to me for things, I think I've been pretty solid and always accommodating.
Well, no more pre-tapes, so...
I don't know. Well, you understand I don't have staffing hours. That's the problem.
I know, but then I can't get...
Shut it down, boys. Shut it down. I don't have staffing hours.
What does
Stop
that even
with the
mean?
lead speak industry. I run a corporation talk. Staffing, and he would do this with me too, Keith. They throw around these terms as if it's Google. You know, we got a big office here. Stop with the office. This doesn't need to be an office. Everyone should be cool. You know I don't have the staffing hours.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just run these shows and shut the fuck up. This isn't a company. Let's hear some more.
I can't go out with Louie because then I got to cancel shows.
Oh,
and
hold
all
on a
kinds
second.
of-
When you've said to me, hey, I got to go out with Louie, do you mind if I... And I always say,
but,
yeah, man,
but
no
then,
problem.
But now there's no
I'm
more
so sick.
pre-tapes.
We always will figure out a spot for you if you needed to go do gigs or whatever like that. And that's why we save certain time slots so that we're able to do that. But I've always been accommodating to you. I've never, told you
This
no.
is as real as Keith's ever been. His voice even sounds different. Usually, Keith's more up here and like a higher pitch F word. But now he's like,
He's acting like when your boss calls you into his office to have a serious talk.
He loves serious talks. Like, before I was even working for him, he would try to, like, talk to me as a boss. I'm like, I'm running this whole thing here, Keith. You're lucky to have me. You're lucky to have me. We don't talk to... And I would shut him down right away. I
Some
would
people
never.
get off on being just like guys who work as a bouncer at some shitty club or like a manager at a grocery store. They get like
off.
so excited when
they
they're
think they're
finally
running the show.
manager of someone.
And that's Keith the cop, always, and especially Keith the cop of the 127th district, the ward, he was always being told what to do by the other police officers in the Sarge.
Not
right?
anymore.
And then he quit, and now he gets to dictate. He's the sergeant now. No. You never made it to sergeant. You were beat cop. You were traffic ticket cop. You had to quit because you never made it to authoritative cop. The cop that tells other cops what to do.
Who does he remind me of right now?
A Russian guy. A fat Russian. I got a headache like no other.
Maybe you didn't take your pill. Have one.
He is not a good cop.
First of all, his eyes are 2 holes.
You know how him and Cumia met? Because Cumia killed a hooker. By hooker, I mean 8-year-old child. A guy, 8-year-old. Keith was there. He goes, I'll get you out of this one, boss. I love Opie and Anthony. I'm a beat cop. I give people $75 tickets. I'll get you out of this. And then he was fired from the force. And then he turned into compound media capo. Oh, the puke bit again. Amazing. Is this mic's not right up my asshole like a dildo today?
Yeah, but he's fine. I mean, he's mean, but we'll let him.
Crooked and useless. He is so slimy. Keith really got off on his talks with Bennington and bragged about it. He does. He's into that stuff. All right, let's hear some more. Keith looks like Lethal Weapon. Yeah.
From day one. So it's just a little rough on me when I am trying to do the right thing by everybody, and I look at my Twitter and then I see what you tweeted, and I'm like, wow, you didn't say a word to me, and I don't mind, but I'm
also but Kevin Brennan is a pussy. Kevin Brennan pretends he talks a big talk, but always backs down, always, and that's the difference between me and him. I'm off the network, obviously didn't back down. He does this stuff and he goes, it's a bit for my soul. And then backs down completely. And Keith's bringing it up. He goes, that's funny. You talk all this talk now in your show, but when I set the rules, you didn't say shit. So I believe Keith in this instance. Kevin Brennan is actually a giant pussy who likes to pretend he's a badass. Badasses don't work for Keith the Cop.
I know. How has he lasted this long if he's Mr. Burning Bridges?
Yeah, badasses don't work for Cumia.
He repairs bridges.
Badasses, it's just Jules and Mike. There's no badass that works for Keith the Cop. It's, what do you call it? An oxy pimple problem.
Oxy pads, remember those?
It's an oxy pad.
Bill Schultz thing is really getting under my craw now.
Well, Bill's lifestyle is Bill's lifestyle.
Oh, I'm talking about his 4 days a week, and it's just, it doesn't make sense.
Well, he came on because we did have Gavin 4 days a week, and he was in the mornings, and that was kind of our solution to Gavin.
So he's going, I can't believe Bill Schultz has 4 days a week. I got 2 days a week. I'm Kevin Brennan. He's Bill Schultz. And he goes, well, Bill Schultz was our solution to Gavin McInnes leaving. That would be like replacing Jay Leno with Aaron Berg after the Tonight Show. I mean, come on. So we've never heard this before. So Gavin McInnes, remember, was the morning show on Compound Media. This is what made Compound Media. I mean, Gavin McInnes, for as foolish as he is, that's a real celebrity compared to these people, right?
Sure, yes.
Like, Gavin McInnes is an actual, I dog on him all the time.
Maybe Cumia is more famous, but Gavin is definitely the
Gavin's
second.
better. Listen,
yeah?
I've never said that Gavin was bad as like a host. I mean, Gavin is celebrity extraordinaire compared to these fools, right?
He's professional.
I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
So to say Bill Schultz took over for Gavin, I mean, that's crazy. Gavin has like 1 million fans. Bill Schultz has barely a fan in his basement apartment to cool him down. I mean, the guy's got no AC. Mike is right. Wow, compound ship is going down. Yeah. Gavin can be redeemed, says someone. No, that's not what I meant. I said Gavin was a personality. I mean, he was a real celebrity. This is a joke. Gavin can't be redeemed. Don't have, twisted fantasies on me now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying let your fantasies run wild. Gavin's back. No. But I'm saying Bill Schultz, Gavin, come on.
Everyone realizes.
That's like comparing George Clooney to Lauren Hatfield. Gavin is way bigger than Coombs, of course. All right, here we go. I can't believe Keith is saying this. We've never heard this kind of talk before. What type of talk is that? I want to back it up. Here we go. What's wrong? Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
Where's my phone? Is that mine? Oh. Here we go. It doesn't make sense. Here we go.
He came on because we did have Gavin 4 days a week, and he was in the mornings, and that was kind of our solution to Gavin for the morning slot at that particular point in time.
But it's still that particular point in time, buddy. That was our solution to Gavin's spot at that. So that's how smart you are? Hey, Gavin McInnes left us. The wonderful, giant, mainstream Gavin McInnes who started Vice. Vice! Let's replace him with the unknowinst of Bill Schultz. That's how smart Keith is. I mean, really. Have you ever heard anything crazier than that? Sorry, I'm repeating myself here. I'm starstruck.
That's why he has 4 days. But who knows what's going to happen in the future? We'd love to have you 4 days a week if we could do that.
Oh, yeah?
Hey. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Well, they discuss this thing as if anyone cares. I mean, I want to break it to you. We went over their numbers. Their entire network has lower numbers than Red Bar. This is true. Xander, again, did a breakdown here today. Let's see. Where is it? Did you see this? Compound's numbers. There should be a show note, unless I closed it. Did I close it up? I'm so drunk. So very drunk. Compound Media. I'm too drunk, I think. Jules. What do I do? There's nothing in the broadcaster's handbook about this. That's a Kumi impression. What do I do, Jules? Oh, you weren't even here. I was talking to no one.
You were talking about the hours a week.
Where were you?
Just taking care of business.
Watering a plant? Where is, I'm looking for compound numbers. We have updated compound numbers. But did I close it up? Where is it? I can't even see my notes.
Yeah, let's see if
there should be a thing that says compound numbers, Xander, or something like that. I mean, come on. I can't read it. What does it say? Crowder, I can't see anything. Compound show numbers from Xander. Here we go.
Sorry,
I'll read this.
You added that. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, here from Xander. He says this. I just did a brief look into the show numbers. The Anthony Cumia Show does 3,500 views on most days, up to 12,000 views if it has a giant guest, like a huge famous guest. Morning with Bill Schultz does 250 to 350 views per show on average. Morning with Bill Schultz, 250 to 350 views. Okay, look at this. In Hot Water, 550 to 750 listens per show. Come on. Here's another one. Nightshade. Do you know Nightshade Radio?
Never heard of it.
Wait, isn't that Mercer's show?
That's Nightwave.
Nightwave. Wait, so there's a show on Compound Media called Nightshade. And then
what is that again?
Mike Shield has a show called Nightwave. That's bogus. Nightshade. I don't know what that is. 550 to 700 views. Burning Bridges. 700 to 900 views on average. Eastside Dave. You're not going to like this. I don't even want to say it. Eastside Dave. What do you think? What do you think Eastside Dave gets?
I'm looking at it.
Eastside Dave gets 300 views on average. That's what they say.
Oh, Nightshade is Michael Malice, they say. I thought that was called You're Welcome.
Michael Malice and Michael Mersch. Wait, Mike Shield and Michael Malice both have a show called Nightshade, Nightwave.
Mm-hmm.
Mike David, Red Bar. Different. A Fair One. There's a show called A Fair One. 350 viewers average. Safe Space, Talib Starks, John Darney. What does he call him?
Oh, yeah, what the fuck?
Josh Dempsey.
Yeah, is that what it was?
Safe Space with Talib Starks, still on the network. 300 views average, their lowest viewed show. Oh, wait, no. 2 Drink Minimum with Mike Ward. 2 Drink Minimum with Mike Ward. Canada's biggest faggot. Mike Ward, 200 views on average. This isn't a guess. This is what the network does. We looked into their numbers. Here's another one. No, that's it. According to the view numbers, Burning Bridges is slightly more popular than every show on the network aside from the Anthony Cumia show and deserves 4 days a week. Before Bill Schultz, yeah, look, Burning Bridges has 700 to 900 views per episode. That is the second biggest show on Compound Media.
Wow.
That's pathetic. Pathetic. This is what we're dealing with. This is real. This is real. These are Hostbusters numbers, people are saying. Yeah. Josh Henry.
And Xander says you can check these numbers. Oh, yeah, Josh Henry.
Xander says you could check these numbers yourself if you have a login. They are not made up guesses. This is real. So we're dealing with a fake network. And that's what I butted in saying right here. I go, they're acting like this is a real TV network. It's not. This network is smaller than Red Bar. All their numbers combined, smaller than our average listens by 1,000%. So we sell more T-shirts than these shows get listens. That's 100% true. Here we go. This is oh yeah, that mouse is gone silent. And
how come people don't ever post these numbers on Twitter? Not saying that anyone should do anything, but maybe we should be telling Kevin that he gets the most views so that he can have that as an argument, and then the audience
Opie and Anthony Reddit is only a millimeter smarter than the Red Bar Reddit. They're not very good at true busts.
Like now, while Kevin is freaking out on Twitter, let's get these numbers out there. Maybe,
I know, but you're used to sleeping next to a guy named Mike David, who's interested in true busts.
Oh, yeah.
Mike David knows where to focus his attention on the worst. The Opie and Anthony Reddit's got 23,000 members. They can't focus. They're focused on Jim Millimeter, Jim Martian, some guy no one knows. They don't know how to take down Anthony Cumia. I know how to get right to the point, to the worst news of a guy. The Open Anthony subreddit.
Gino Descante is the man for the job.
Yeah. I think Gino Bino Descante should tweet these numbers. Why would he do that? He wouldn't.
No, we're talking about Xander's fake.
Oh, yeah. But no one cares. The only people that care are us. No one's left. The only people who watch Compound Media are people like, you'll see like a girl tweet. Some girl, she's like 58 years old. I don't know if you can say
it's a girl, exactly.
You don't even know. It could be a guy who thought it would be
more of a lady.
Better odds if his profile pic is a girl. Some 58-year-old woman be like, Anthony Cumia, funny as heck. It's like, do you drive, a big rig? Who are you? So no one actually cares, but this network plays around like it's a TV network with real people. Someone says, what are the numbers? I'll tweet it out. Here you go. I'll say it again. Anthony Cumia Show, 3,500 views. Morning with Bill Schultz, 350 views. In Hot Water, 550 views. Nightshade, 550 views. Burning Bridges, 700. Eastside Dave, 300. A Fair One, 300. A Safe Space, 300. 2 Drink Minimum, 200 views. More than Ben Glebe. These are not view counts that anybody should be discussing. And these are the real view counts. We're not making this up. We wouldn't do a made-up bit. This is Red Bar, not Blue Room. Let's go back to Kevin Brennan. Again, I butted in. Keith's discussing this with Kevin as if it's NBC. Here's Xander. I will compile a photo of screenshots of these view numbers so they can call it lies. So they can't call it lies. There you go. Mike goes to the heart. Thank you. Here we go.
Well, yeah, but didn't they say that about 2 days, and we got you 2 days, and I'm working on all these schedules and everything, but it's always something, you know. And
imagine working on all these schedules. I don't work on shit. I work on competition ribs during off times. Imagine working on all these schedules for like 100,000 times less people than Red Bar gets. It's retarded.
This is kind of the same thing that happened when you were on Jim and Sam that morning. You know, if you just come to me and talk to me, you know I'm very reasonable about things.
This is the kind of thing that happened to you on Jim and Sam that morning, and he's talking about the time that he fought with Dave Landau on Jim and Sam.
Exactly.
So Keith the Cop's been on Dave Landau's side. Remember when Kevin Brennan fought Dave Landau on Jim and Sam? It was that big fight where he's like, when your daughter turns 18, I will fuck her. Kevin goes, don't talk about my daughter. I'll kill you, you midget. So Keith the Cop secretly has always been on the side of Dave Landau. And he goes, this is like when you went Jim and Sam and you bugged out. Wow. People in the chat, fuck this douche. Fuck you, Keith. Competition ribs and clipping Little Geo's nails. What a life. I hope Danny Woodward's serious. Because Danny Woodward would love this life. Competition ribs. Did you see my ribs? You know, you can't fake those ribs. You can really judge someone by their looks and demeanor. It's true. Here we go.
Slot at that particular point in time. That's why he has 4 days. But who knows what's going to happen in the future? We'd love to have you 4 days a week if we could do that.
Hey. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Well, but didn't they say that about 2 days, and we got you 2 days, and I'm working on all these schedules and everything, but it's always something, you know, and this is kind of the same thing that happened when you were on Jim and Sam that morning. You know, if you just come to me and talk to me, you know, I'm very reasonable about things, and we work it all out.
He's like the mafia. He's very reasonable.
Yeah. Is this a good time to bring up getting our own show on the network?
Oh, it's Amazon. I order a lot of stuff from Amazon. They're either here. Here's Amazon. They're either here at 9 p.m. or they're here right in the middle of Red Bar. It's either right in the middle of Red Bar or 9 p.m. Never when I want them to come. Those ribs were dyed. Very good using my own jokes against me. Keith is like, you don't do me a favor. Kick the dog in the liver. Hurt him. Twist his arm. Break his arm. Break my dog's arm. You know my dog's got knees. I just figured this out yesterday. My dog, he's got a knee. It's about this big. It's the size of a pencil eraser. His knee. Oh, you've got your bark collar on. Shh. It's okay, my friend. It's okay. He's got his bark collar on and he barked and it just shocked him. Oh, my friend, it is okay. You're on the air. Shh. Look at that collar. See that collar? It throws 11,000 volts of electricity through his whole body if he barks and you heard him go. It's okay. Just don't bark. If you bark, that collar goes off. It will shock you. Shh. It's all okay. He's shaking. He's vibrating. Shh. It's all okay. He's shaking. He's shaking. That's why he's up on me. He needs my protection. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. Come on up. Up, 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 up. Come on. Come on. Whoop, up, 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 up. Whoop, up, 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 up. Come on. It's okay. Come here. He doesn't believe me anymore. Jules? Now Jules is missing. She's missing. So the doorbell, there's a disturbance at the door. My dog start. Everything okay? Oh, okay. Amazon? Amazon. It's okay. Jules is back. Here we go. Man's best friend. It's true. We gotta. Jules is dead. Sorry, says cool guy. Okay, are we on track?
Everything's fine. Don't worry. There was just a guy at the door. But
cool.
I mean, it was just one of those
Lauren Hadfield
salespeople guys who was trying to.
And Chula got shocked. You put the bark collar on him. He got shocked. Did you hear him scream? He's vibrating. He can make your pussy bleed with that type of vibration. All right, back to this. I've been trying to cover this Someone says, holy shit, I thought it was the Latin Kings.
I thought that too. I looked out the door and there's 2 black guys standing there. I literally thought we were about to get murdered.
No one need worry. No one worry, okay? 12 rounds. No one worry. All right, here we go. This is Keith the Cop talking to Kevin Brennan. We're trying it again.
I'm gonna punch you. Kidding me?
Wait, look, there are a lot of people clamoring for time on here, and we really do enjoy, especially.
Look, there are a lot of people clamoring for time on this network, he says. Wow. Clamoring for time? Please. All right, here we go.
Do like Keanu.
Well, then give him my time. I just give him my time. I don't give a fuck. It's like I got 2 hours a week. Give it to somebody else.
Why? We enjoy having you here. We want you here. We
okay,
want you
but you're basically saying, oh, we got other people.
We want you here more. We enjoy having you here. We want you here more. Really? You're sure you're not just a 2-bit network that Keith steals from to pay his bills?
People clamor for, give them my time.
No, it has nothing to do with your time.
Then what are you saying? Give them my time. Give E-Rock my time. Give everybody my time. I don't give a fuck.
That's not what it's about.
Well, Brian,
you're basically you're always threatening me like, oh, we got all these other.
Imagine if someone came around and it's like, Red Bar has to be a half hour shorter. I mean, really? Because I'll kill you. That would be crazy. So imagine how cocked it would feel to be Kevin Brennan and they're like, so we've lowered your show to 1 hour from an hour and a half.
I know, you should let me tweet to him in defense of you.
Oh yeah, please tweet. Here.
Shows.
When have I ever threatened you,
How am I
Kevin?
getting 4 days a week? Have you
Oh my God, they're fighting. When have I ever threatened you? Look at this. Imploding, my old boss imploding on his old coworker.
Other people clamor for, give them my time.
No, it has nothing to do with your time.
Then what are you saying? Give them my time. Give E-Rock my time. Give everybody my time. I don't give a fuck.
That's not what it's about.
Well, Brian,
you're basically you're always threatening me like, oh, we got all these other shows.
When have I ever threatened you,
How am I getting
Kevin?
4 days a week? Have you
This is real.
The next second you
We're
say,
adjusting.
give Jim Stansel a show. He does coke with Bill Schultz.
Whoa!
Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't everybody who does coke at the over there get 4 days a week? Gino and Bill Schultz, they do. I mean, do I have to do coke to get 4 days a week at this fucking network?
Wow, this is some real ass stuff. This is cool, and Keith hates this. I'm telling you, our hosts do not do coke. Anthony Cumia does do Xanax, but that is prescribed by a doctor. It keeps him calm. Keeps him not afraid of the Reddit, which was just closed down. So he does feel a lot more freedom lately. We're all fucking F-word, blah, blah, blah. We're all 58 years old and actually go through this. Imagine if this type of drama was seen on Red Bar. I mean, come on. You know, the most drama we've had around here was this guy, Lauren. So once we had this guy, Lauren Hatfield, and he was like, oh, you're stupid. But he was a red. That's the most drama you'll ever see around here. This is the drama they're getting at Campaign Media.
Yes, can I guess?
I was more comfortable when you guys were saying the N-word. All right.
Because I don't do coke at Sullivan's. Since I don't do coke at Sullivan's, I can't. I get 2 days a week.
Sullivan's. That's like hanging out at Poor Richard's.
Yeah.
So I don't do coke at Sullivan's. I don't get 4 days a week. He's like, shut the fuck up. Don't tell them about the coke at Sullivan's.
Well,
I don't know if they do
like I said,
55-hour energy. That's kind of like coke.
We're adjusting schedules. We're getting everybody on the same time, so we have consistency across the board, so that we can.
He doesn't even argue with it. So Keith knows. He's like, fuck. We're adjusting schedules, but it's like you're not going to say, hey, no one here does coke.
The other shows in that midday time slot. You know what sucks is that it's not like a network television where there's 2 studios and you can click the button at 5:59 and at 6 o'clock you can have another show. We have half-hour turnaround between all the shows, so it takes a little bit of time for the staff to get everything together. But making this adjustment,
I think the staff's great. I think they're great.
They're amazing. Up in here like nobody's business.
They are amazing, and we have a couple of interns that started, and We're doing our best to accommodate everybody. We're going to get, Don Jameson starting tomorrow. Oh. Chrissy Mayer wants to do something. We're working on with Chrissy Mayer.
My mom wants to do a show.
Your mom is coming in. We have, we have a lot of
give
different
everybody
things.
a show. Give them my time. I mean, I don't even know. You're wasting.
Give my time. That is a typical Mike David, Kevin Brennan impression. Get my time. I don't know. It's show. Get my time. I got to hear that again. I mean, that was classic Mike David, Kevin Brennan. And Kevin said, he only did 1 week. Doesn't count. So he's dead.
My mom wants to do a show.
Your mom is coming in. We have, we have a lot of
give
different
everybody
things.
a show. Give them my time. I mean, I don't even know. You're wasting.
Give my time. Imagine me saying, give him my time. It would never happen.
Your time with me.
No, you're one of our favorite shows. Why would we do that?
Wow.
Camille loves you.
700 and 900 views.
Fine.
He thinks you're one of his favorite comedians.
One of the top 10 comedians at the network.
We love you. Yep. Top 15. Yes. All right.
So there was no slight. And like I said, when we spoke about it, you didn't say to me, hey, why?
But then that was before all the emails about forced time off and no pay.
No, it's not. It's not forced time off.
Vacation where I don't get paid. That's not a vacation. That's forced time off.
Well, this isn't a full-time job either.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So I'm ready to. I'm ready. Just take my time. Give the time to Chrissy Mayer and Mike Figs and Jim Stansel and the other guy from Connecticut. And you got all your fucking shows lined up. And then Alan and Keanu. And then everybody else at parties at Sullivan's. And then Brian can do his own show with a
Keanu, Sullivan, Keanu. Who are these people? Who are they?
That woman's name is Keanu.
No, it's not.
Yes, I fucking swear.
Give some more time for Keanu. And it's just a woman? That's crazy. Why don't you give Keanu a show? Keanu? It's Keanu. Wait, Keanu Reeves. Keanu.
No, it's same as Keanu Reeves.
His name is Keanu?
Yeah.
That's weird. Now that I think of it. His name should be Ken. Ken Reeves, not Keanu. That's stupid. What are you, from Hawaii?
Get a straight, man.
I'll be at Bridgehampton most of the summer.
He's never going to know who's in the chair anyway. He's never going to know who's in the chair anyway.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that sound right? Soy sauce heads over here. Are you wearing hairspray?
Joe.
Oh, my God. Gross.
So, all right. Well, nobody wants to hear me. I mean, I'm going to hear about this.
They want to hear you.
Work out with Kevin. It's all right. We'll figure it out.
Do what you got to do.
I think that was good.
We're doing good. This is we really broke the fourth wall here talking to management.
The door is always open, and you know that. And we've always had good conversations, and we've always come to agreement on things.
Yeah, a.k.a. Kevin is a pussy. One-on-one, when he's on a show, he pretends he burns bridges. Unlike me, who's...
Bridges are so burned, you can't even defend yourself on Twitter.
There's no such thing as a burned bridge. It's a burned continent.
The streets are burned.
Exactly.
The whole city
you can't even get to the bridge.
Did you see the second last episode of Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
That's how burned.
Yes. Have you seen Will Smith's, what was that movie called where he's running from guys? He's hiding out. What's that movie?
I know what when you're
Last
talking
House on the Left.
Yeah, exactly. Same idea.
I don't understand what this is about because you didn't say anything to me. But
Kevin's out of
we'll
his
talk
fucking
afterwards.
Mind. So
right, I got mental problems.
You have mental problems.
Right, coming from a guy who's 8 deep on a Monday.
7 deep. Well, maybe 8.
Because when we started at 2, that you didn't get a chance to have that 8.
I was at the yacht club.
But you were looking to do blow with Bill Schultz today, right?
Wow. About the whole blow
Listen
thing.
to this.
You've told me you've done blow with Bill Schultz.
I've never done blow with Bill Schultz.
Then you're a fucking liar. Let's get a lie detector test and see.
Put it on my balls.
Do you want me to move him to mornings, or I could switch Joanne? You and Joanne could do the mornings 4 days, and then I could put Bill with him.
What am I doing, Joanne? In the mornings.
They could come right from Sullivan's.
I tell you, you put Keanu on my face and Joanne on my cock. That's a fucking show.
Wow!
Right?
That's a 2-minute show.
That was a great business meeting, guys. I think we got a lot accomplished. Yeah.
Thank God.
That's right. That's a 2-minute show.
All right, let me know, Xander, is this it? Is this it? With the Keith stuff? I don't know how interested we are. Because we've got Josh Denny coming up today. The show is not over, folks. Part 2 of Red Bar Part 1 and Part 2. It's not over. We have Josh Denny tonight.
I need Bill.
So is this over?
Do you think Bill can drop off a bag for me?
Let's find out. Is this... Oh, cocaine. We don't do cocaine. We do... Look at this. Look how my coffee cup is. It's on top of the knife. Leaning Tower of Coffee. Right here.
No, yeah, everyone's replying to Kevin's tweet telling him that you're talking about him right now. So hopefully he's listening.
Oh, good. Kevin,
here, I'll send you the link.
Watch yourself, Kevin. Yeah, send me the link here. Part 3, Denny time. Okay, Xander says it's Denny time. Good. Okay, and I have to pee again. Ay, this fucking peeing stuff. Kevin Brennan, let's see. This is the tweet. Here we go. Jules Falker on Twitter.
Oh, you have to scroll up to see.
Okay, look at this. Here's Kevin Brennan. Who is the worst hire by Compound Media? Artie Lang, Bill Schultz, or Kevin Brennan? Joe Lawson 2 hours ago goes, Redbar. And Kevin goes, that was for a week, doesn't count. Jules gets in there and says, at least we don't have to beg another man for 30 minutes. Whoa! And what did he say? 2 likes.
It's pathetic.
Show more replies. Oh, wait.
Oh, what? When I clicked it before, there was a bunch of people posting this.
Where did it all go? It's all deleted.
Here, click Kevin's tweet that says that was for a week. Maybe it's in the replies to that.
That was for a week. Doesn't count. Jules says, at least we don't have to beg another man for 30 minutes. And then another guy says, watching you get handled by Keith right now on Red Bar. Totally emasculating. Nice. Here's another guy. Red Bar. Show more replies. Let's see this. And it goes in circles.
Keith the cop just called me. That's strike 2 for you, bud.
Wow. Red Bar. Who's Red Bar? So there we go. One more reply. Let's see this. Keith the cop just called me. That strikes 2. Okay, so this isn't big. This is stupid. Jules don't take no shit. Okay.
Flat broke. He's always looking so damn crummy. Flat broke Chino. Ain't nobody think he's funny. He can't move out of the project.